my God, look at that ass. She's got it going on.
Oh my God, look at that ass. She's got it going on.
Often you just repeat the same lyrics back. It doesn't give me, puts a lot of the onus on me.
No, what it does is it gives a lot of credence to what you just said.
It's true. It was like, well, if they're both saying it.
Well, it's more, the way I was doing it was this big orchestral rendering of what you just said.
Oh my God, look at that ass. She's got it going on. A lot of us follow like a nursery rhyme / church kind of thing, which does add a certain power to it.
What are the motifs or themes running through our discography?
Wow. There's a lot about ham. Bums.
A lot about bums. Yeah, there's kind of
poop comes in.
There's poop, but there's
Truth.
also sex.
Truth. I'm a big, if look in the mirror. I often say
there's a lot of reflection.
My big thing was there's a man looking at me in the mirror. That's what my mind seems to go to a lot.
A huge theme I have is having no friends.
Yep.
I'm often saying I've got no friends.
Yep. There's knobs.
Yeah.
Knobs are in there.
Partying down in the city tonight.
Yeah, that was our best one. I think that's somewhere.
Yeah, going down in the city.
We're never going to remember the tune of it. But it's somewhere on the podcast, I think.
Yeah.
I think that was our
late night
our
partying
Magnus
in the
opus.
city or something.
Yeah, big lights. Bright lights, kind of big city.
It's with broad brushstrokes.
Yeah, we're not trying
our
to...
lyricism is...
We're not trying to spoon feed the listener. We're letting them take their own.
We're not gilding the lilies at all. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
I've been saying it a lot recently, and
what
I do.
Does it mean?
I came up. Was I not with you? Yeah. Oh, that was going to be your dad's autobiography name that I came up with. Gilding the Lily.
Yeah.
Gilding the Lily is like if you're just overdoing something.
Yeah.
You should have stopped before.
Talking of brushstrokes and overdoing something and gilding lilies, we've got
a background, so go fuck yourselves. They're never gonna do it. It's never gonna happen. Look at that.
This is a bit of a makeshift pod today, so obviously we've had to fit in lots of other stuff, including the backdrop drop. So we're doing this on a Monday. Charlie couldn't be here.
I'm wearing trackies.
There's the studio's a fucking tit.
Yeah.
As you can see, there's paintbrushes everywhere. We painted this on Saturday and today.
We being an interesting word.
Yeah, well, all of this is me.
All the shit bits, that's us.
This was directed mainly by B and L as well, a lot.
So basically, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
Because, I've been getting a lot of, I've got DMs and comments on the pod and on clips being like, you're never going to do it. In fairness, the bookie's favourite was that we'd never do it. Was that holy wall was going to be there for a long time. But now, look at it. It's glorious.
Well, Andrew was in great form with hole filling. You really came
into my own in hole filling.
As soon as colours and paint came into it, you really took a step back. Really. Well, look, because you got to know your strengths. You got to know your weaknesses. It was not... For those of you not... Actually, just go and look at it. I can't be bothered to explain it. Yeah.
So this is just the start, by the way.
Yeah.
More to come.
There's more to come.
I'm not going to ruin a surprise, but there will be more on it as of tomorrow, where my fantastic stepmother is going to come up and do some more detailed painting for us.
We very last minute decided to change from forest to clouds, which I think was a good move.
It was a good move.
I think forest would be too dank, too dark.
It's probably more depressing for us as well in here, because it's quite dank and dark in here anyway.
I think we need to give the illusion. This needs to be, I don't know, this needs to be like a child's bedroom during a war.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, we could put like
creating
those...
innocence.
We could put like those luminescent stars on them.
That's quite nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
it'll really ruin it.
Part of me has felt with this whole process how unambitious other people have been.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you don't normally have a wall to yourself.
You don't have a wall to yourself.
Yeah, I still feel some people do end up in this situation. It's not crazy having a shed that you do a pod in.
We've had a painted wall for one day. You can't now go and call the rest of everyone who does a podcast unambitious.
Because, you can just do whatever you want.
Well, no, because most people are renting houses that they'll do it in.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. You can't just do that. Or they're renting out a professional studio where you can't do what you want. We're in a quite specific position.
Quite a specific situation.
But yes, no, I found my own in the wall, in the hole filling. Whoops.
Right, you're used to it because of how much sex you have.
Because of how much sex I have. It was just like, oh yeah, I know. That was good. I enjoyed that bit a bit.
You loved it?
I didn't love it.
Okay.
What I did love, I mean, it looks like I've just kept the same outfit on as then, because I did like walking around
You really did. I was we went to get to get a builder's breakfast at the local cafe,
and I was like, "This is feeling pretty good."
We're all in trackies covered in paint.
It was like men at work. It was men at work on a Sunday, which is nice. And it's like I've walked past those men. I'm like, you've been up to something today.
Yeah,
like you've
achieved something.
You've got stuck in, and you're fueling yourself with a nice big breakfast.
There is a quiet dignity to the builder.
100%.
Drinking a cup of tea, reading The Sun.
100%. Yeah.
I did want a copy of The Sun because I remember when I briefly worked part-time, I would go for lunch at a cafe and there'd always be a Sun. And eating bacon and reading The Sun, there is something to it. A cup of tea, British. Bacon and The Sun, there is like...
Yeah.
It is a vibe.
I feel like we're going down stereotypes pretty aggressively now, but...
sorry, the Times Literary Supplement.
Thank you. That's what my builders do. The ones I employ. They're all fucking geniuses. There was something. There's a kind of respect I felt in a way, a working man's respect that I've never felt before.
Well, I do feel part of you, which is not in me, wouldn't mind
being a labourer.
Well, just having a job like that.
Yeah,
you wouldn't absolutely hate it.
I think I would.
Yeah,
I think it's classic. Love the idea of it.
Yeah,
I think after a week on the job, I'd be like, I've made a terrible mistake.
Yeah,
I'm not filling in holes for money. I'm filling in holes for pleasure. Well, no, that bit enjoyed because there's a practical sense to it. It's like, no, we've got to do that. I was pretty good on when we're doing the white, just the white base paint.
Yeah.
That was pretty self-explanatory. But you've got to know your own limitations. And as soon as these colours are coming out, I need to be no way near that.
Yeah,
palette.
You started on there and then you got banned.
I didn't get banned. I didn't get banned. And I think, at times my brushstroke was better than yours.
Okay, I think that's controversial.
It probably is.
This wall went through a lot this morning when I was doing it because what I was planning to do.
That wall was just me and you because I put the base of that down and it's not looking good.
It's not looking good. Well, what the idea was, and I did keep fucking up the colours, is that I'm planning for it to start lighter in that corner, the sky, and it's going to get darker over here
because of the light source.
Because of the light source.
Yeah.
And then it might be too dark, so that's going to be quite hard to pull off now. Because it's going to have to, the blue's going to
make it lighter.
Well, the blues, it's going to, you have to get the perfect gradient of blue.
Where's the sun going to go?
Well, I don't think you're going to see the sun.
It's just going to be
it's just like a slow fade.
I don't know. That's pretty fucking professional shit.
Yeah. Well, this is dark, so.
Yeah. Well, it might work. But yeah, no.
We got some other plans for it, which we shan't be telling now.
Yeah, the big showstopper piece there'll be stuff on it next podcast, but
you'll slowly see it growing.
It's going to be a work in progress for the rest of it. Now that we've got the base down, it's going to be a long old process to get there. But a big 2 fingers up to all our naysayers is what the overall message is.
Your thing's cutting out.
Is that check, tick, great. How did you find the painting? You happy painting?
I did. No, I liked it. It was good. It was a lot scarier than I thought it would be.
Yeah. It was Halloween after all.
It was spooky. I mean, it's just more like when you start painting, just thinking that you could fuck it so easily.
Yeah.
And when it's like, it's in a good place, you feel good, and then you get a bit cocky, and then suddenly it's...
Yeah.
Because this wall went through quite a few different phases where it did look like it was good, about to be shit, and then it was good for a bit, then it was shit again.
Yeah.
So we've landed on good, I think, but it
did it towards the end.
It gave me a new respect for painters where it's like, at any stage you could sort of fuck it.
Yeah. I think I've always had that respect for painters.
Me? Nah.
You're just like, what? Just fucking knock it on the canvas, love. What's the fucking issue? But yeah, so there it is.
I also understand why painters are such cunts as well.
Go on.
Because if you're mixing paint and the thing like that and you're going like this, then I'm going to start speaking down to people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Wait, when you say painters, are you talking like Picasso or like a guy who rolls above?
He's in there.
Yeah. But all painters.
Not painters. Yeah, Picasso and painters and decorators. No, only artistes.
Right.
And the ones who are like a splash of blue mixing up.
A flash of light, my golden coat came out of sight.
A splash of a clear acrylic. A splash of matte.
The
splash
of Muriel came into being. The clouds faded into the wall. We had a background now.
The background's here.
The background's here.
And isn't it lovely?
The clouds are pink. And the sky is blue. We painted it. We painted it with both our girlfriends. They did most of the work. But the dream will do. Maybe we could clip that as the.
Well, is that a parody song?
That's a parody.
That's not an original. We can't count that on the album.
No.
That's like a comedy song.
Well, maybe we could put it on the deluxe album, like because you can put covers of stuff on. The
but I feel
album.
our work is more serious. Like we don't do novelty or comedy songs. We do songs about lifestyle.
Looking in the mirror and wondering what's truly looking back.
That's a parody song. That's a bit of fun. Like I feel that's a standalone.
I still think it has a place on the deluxe album. But we'll talk about that after the thing. That was our welcome to the new wall song.
Yeah. Christened it.
Yeah. Well, that's the wall. I think
that's
really.
The wall. How have you been?
Yeah.
We spoke 4 days ago. Which
yeah. Well, on the podcast. Yeah. Fine.
Yeah.
No real updates. No.
You sent me Jaden Smith today on TikTok.
Was that today?
Yeah, I think. Or I don't know.
No,
don't quibble.
That's not really the interesting part of it. What, today?
Maybe yesterday.
Maybe yesterday.
Let's check, shall we?
Let's check. Let's find out because everyone at home needs to know.
But you said that you were potentially one of the most boy gone wilds.
Let's have a listen.
I want you to expand.
Yeah, because if anyone's actually quite weak on the concept of a boy gone wild, it's me.
Yeah.
This is an interview which, I sent you on Thursday, which is why I was surprised because that's a cold, hard 4 days ago.
I'm still waiting for sexual assault charges before I give him a boy gone wild badge.
Yeah, I suppose so. So it's an interview with him and he's wearing a full ghillie suit, essentially, with lots of pearls on it.
Well,
is Charlie editing this?
Yeah.
Put in a picture of that, Charlie. Yeah. Just there quickly so everyone knows.
Yeah, it doesn't just look like pearls. It looks like he's Andy Serkis in like Lord of the Rings, who's got all the bobbles on for CGI.
It does, yeah. It really does. So this is just an interview. I mean, it's long, but we'll stop it.
What takes up most of your time? What's a day in your life like?
So the question was, what takes up most of the time? What's a day in your life?
You know, I'd never really given much thought to how I would die. But dying in the place of someone I love seemed like a pretty good way to go.
What is something you've just been thinking about a lot lately?
Deep underground military bases.
What was the question for the first one?
What do you do in your day? The second one was what's something you've been thinking a lot about recently?
What is something you've just been thinking about a lot lately?
Deep underground military bases.
Hey, I think about them as well sometimes.
You know, it's the fluorescence.
Now,
I have a feeling this might be fake.
How do you mean?
I think, is this a joke?
Well, I mean, he's always been quite performance arty with his interviews, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
But come on. His papa's Will Smith.
Yeah.
He's going to be Billy Chonkers, isn't he?
Is your phone on airplane mode just?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, okay. I mean, he's always going to be, but he is Chonkers. He's Chonkers up his nonkers.
Yeah, well, he's from the Chonkers family.
Yeah.
He's Jaden Chonkers.
He's Jaden.
His dad's Will Chonkers and his mum's Jada Chonkers.
Jada Pinkett Chonkers.
His sister's Willow Chonkers.
Willow Chonkers.
Meet the Chonkers.
Meet the Chonkers. They are chonking about the Christmas tree. It's a happy holiday, but they are. Do you know what? That's like that for me was, I think, what the OG Boys Gone Wild were, where there was like a kind of rhyme and reason to what we were talking about, when it was a bit more lighthearted and it was just some people saying some mad shit rather than diddling children.
What for me, I would say a lot of what makes Boy Gone Wild is trying to achieve something and fucking it.
Yeah.
Or doing something truly pathetic or desperate.
But a lot of the time it doesn't come into that.
He's trying too hard.
You think he's trying too hard?
It feels too aware almost, you know.
You think there's self-awareness in that?
What was he saying? So he
was asked about what you think about a lot recently. He said underground military bases. That's a Boy Gone Wild.
Yeah. What was he saying, that he wants to die in places?
Just because he's not trying to kidnap Polly Willoughby. Like, that can't be.
See, already I'm like that.
It's true. That guy's at the top tier, which is fair. I just think what are the other, I can't even remember the other ones we got, but like Liam Payne, if you think about it, that's just him saying mad shit.
Yeah, but he thinks he's coming across. Jaden Smith he's a puppet master.
But he's saying absolute nonsense.
Yeah, but kind of on purpose. Liam Payne
I don't
thinks
necessarily think that's on purpose. No, and he was asked, well, he was doing an interview, and it was like he was like talking about kids or people his age, and was like, yeah, they're all just talking about going out and getting drunk or something. It's like, bro, why can we talk about the state of the economic crisis in the world right now? That was sincere.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sincerity to it.
So you don't have any envy of Jaden Smith, do you? Do you envy Jaden Smith?
No.
Do
you?
Which is interesting. No, I don't. Like, he is a full-blown Nepo baby.
Yeah.
But I don't envy his lot.
No.
I think it'd be actually quite hard to be Jaden Smith.
I think it would, because he doesn't seem to have any discernible talent.
Well, I don't know. He acted in the remake of The Karate Kid.
I take it all back. Yeah, I know, but if you're...
He was in that film with his dad, that space one.
Wasn't it
Remember,
the robot thingy? No,
sort
not
of.
that
It
one. No, wasn't he in iRobot, maybe?
No, maybe.
I think he might have been.
Yeah, he was briefly.
But like when his main roles, I mean, that's pretty fucking Nepo, baby, if your main roles are literally in the same film as your dad.
I work part-time for my dad.
Yeah? You're a Nepo, baby.
Okay.
Did I stutter? Is it confusing? I mean, that's how those two things come together, quite fucking simply. You should be taking the World Hotel events world by storm.
Big worldwide.
I don't know. I wasn't saying the name. I was saying the industry.
Yeah.
What is it? Big worldwide.
Yeah, Bibi was laughing about the idea that my dad's called a company Big Worldwide.
What was the funniest thing, really?
But it's more like someone's called it Worldwide and he's like, bigger.
Forget about it.
He goes,
You've heard of Worldwide.
We need to think bigger.
Hey, big, worldwide. It is actually ridiculous. Because worldwide is... in itself, it encompasses the whole world, which is one of the biggest sizes you can have.
Yeah.
So big worldwide.
But it's double whammy, right?
No.
It's double points.
Big worldwide.
It's a multiplier.
I think it is.
It's times 2 points.
But the world can't be any bigger than worldwide. You'd have to go into like the universe. So we could be...
Big.
Do you think you thought of like universal?
No, because it's not bigger than worldwide.
It's big worldwide.
It's big worldwide.
But the worldwide is a set distance.
It's being big
in a worldwide manner.
On a global scale.
Right. So it's...
I'm big worldwide.
Mr. Big Worldwide.
Big
worldwide.
Well, so he didn't actually realise how ridiculous it was because it was two separate things. It was big and worldwide.
What was big and what was worldwide?
There was big publishing and worldwide events.
And now it's a conglomerate mega company.
And I don't think he's only just realised how silly it sounds.
Big worldwide. Worldwide big? No. Yeah. Big worldwide.
Massive worldwide.
Huge worldwide.
Yeah.
Super.
There's lots of
super
options.
Worldwide. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's something in him. There's enough sincerity.
But what's he been doing? So he's done this interview. Has he been cooking on anything else? I like his song Icon. I can't live in.
I can't even remember it.
I
feel like he's a bit of the runt of the litter.
Who's the?
Because Willow's got good songs. Lolo's a good musician.
Yeah.
She's genuinely good. Like she's.
I feel the runt of the litter is Jada Pinkett Smith.
Whoa.
Yeah.
She's got alopecia.
Damn.
So.
Yeah.
You've revealed yourself.
Point proven.
Whoops. Slip right off that.
I've got no hair.
Jada. I can't come down the stairs because I've got no hair. We can't just do old stuff.
No, because it's repurposing it for Jada Pinkett Smith.
I know.
It's
I
a
imagine
John
it's
Cooper
still
Clarke.
no, but she's in the audience going.
What? As John Cooper Clarke's doing a poem about.
I've got no hair, said Claire.
Okay, so it's not about Jada. It's not Jada to Will.
No. Because a lot of that poem, if we can call it a poem, hinges on the rhyme of Claire and hair. So if you bring Jada in, it doesn't really work. I've got no hair, said Jada. Oh, Jada. Yeah. Jada.
This is Patreon content. People won't know about this great poem.
Know about
so
it.
You need to debut with... Can you do that poem about
Introduce
Jada?
me.
Okay.
No, let's do Claire.
Okay, all right. I cannot believe this, but we are joined here today by one of my absolute favourite spoken word artists of all time. It's John Cooper Clarke doing his renowned poem, I've Got No Hair, Claire.
I've got no hair, said Claire. I can't come down the stairs because I've got no hair, said Claire. I've got no hair, said Claire. I can't come down the stairs because I've got no hair, said Claire. I mean, that went on a lot longer on the Patreon. There was only 3 lines. It's pretty easy word to rhyme with. It is good.
Can you do a version
with Jada?
Yeah. So is it? Well, I guess. But Claire had hair in this story. It was Claire's husband.
What?
No, because I got no hair, Claire.
Said Claire.
Oh, said Claire.
Yeah.
So do it from the perspective. Do it from the perspective of Jada Pinkett Smith to Will Smith.
Wait, what?
So this is that poem again, but it's Jada telling Will she's got no hair.
But again, the rhyme is key with this. Jada. I mean, I could call her Jade Air. Do we accept Jade Air?
Jade Air.
Yeah.
Jada. Yeah. And then Will said Jade Air.
I can't come to the... Well, what's something they do?
Well, there's Jay Dunn as well.
Jay Dunn.
Yeah.
Dunn. One fuck.
I can't come.
Dunn.
I can't come.
Come on, Dunn. Jay Dunn. I've got no hair, said Jade Air. I've come undone, she said to Jay Dunn. Don't look at me like that, Will. I'll take a hair pill and it will all come back and then you'll give me a smack on me bum like me mum. I've got no hair, said Jade Air. Yeah, I suppose so.
That was really good.
You could do it. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it flows.
I just like it that this is her voice.
The Will and the Pill was good.
That's good.
The Will and the Pill was a coincidence. That she's performing that.
Yeah, well, it's more that's her accent. It just makes you laugh.
It's the kind of thing that she would get into, is spoken word.
She's
just
tried
like
everything
performing
else.
in little clubs.
She had a Facebook exclusive show.
Yeah, but she's only ever heard of spoken word through John Cooper Clarke, so she thinks that everyone who does spoken word has to speak like him. So that's why she talks like him.
You heard the rumours that Will Smith's a gay man?
Yeah.
Yeah, but have you seen like the videos of his like best mate telling about the story of walking in and he's just going hammer and tong
with who?
Some fella.
Just some.
Oh, maybe another Hollywood actor.
Some hunk.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. What? You think it's still wet?
No, I just saw a loose...
A loose what?
A loose crack, and I was like, well, if there's any holes in here, then Charlie's to answer for that. Of course he's
Yeah.
It's the same thing as like, if you're a billionaire, you're going to be into kids. If you're a famous movie star, you're gonna be gay as well.
So millionaires are gay. I mean, there is something...
Billionaires are pedos,
there is
millionaires
something
are gay.
wealthy about being gay, isn't there?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like
pedo,
once you've reached that level in your career, you've got all that money. What's next? Might as well try it up the bum.
Yeah, it's true.
Or in the...
Have you seen that someone got put away for AI child pornography?
I have, yeah.
How did you feel about that?
Why now? We were going to maybe do that on the Patreon. I guess we'll do it. Now...
I've got...
I like kids, said Jim. No, not quite. It's... What? So go on, wait, what's the story? Just to describe it. I just before this... Before you describe it, I do feel increasingly concerned that this podcast stands with not the victims of sexual assault, but the perpetrators.
Well, it's more that
and paedophiles a bit too much. It's not that we stand with them, it's just we see their point of view.
You had a really concontroversial take at uni that you convinced me of. Yeah. That pedos should be allowed child sex dolls.
This was a live radio.
Yeah. And I think since we've reneged.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard good counter arguments, and that's all we're doing is trying to open up the discourse. Because no, the argument was kind of a moral argument. Like,
is this why this podcast is so hard to monetize?
Yes. Because half of this, we were going to do this on the Patreon, but fuck it, we're here.
Kill Tony has ads, right? YouTube
it
ads.
Does, yeah.
How the fuck is that?
I don't know. Well, they often do get demonetized.
Yeah.
But I think they have they have ads within the podcast, not just YouTube.
Yeah, but they have the ones with YouTube as well, right?
Sometimes not.
Sometimes
not.
Sometimes maybe yes.
Sometimes maybe no. Sometimes maybe yes. Well, I actually listen on Spotify, so how the fuck
do you never watch the YouTube?
I used to, but now I do it when I'm on my various errands.
You still killing it with Kill Tony?
I'm still killing it with Kill Tony. What do you want to do? The AI or Kill Tony?
Kill Tony. I'd rather not talk about AI child pornography.
That was quite a slick way out, actually. I'll give you that. We'll see you on the Patreon if you want that take. That's a little teaser. Subscribe to the Patreon, by the way. everything's.
I don't want to lose the podcast after we've just done this.
Maybe they'll start monetizing us now because they're like, they can't be bad guys. They've got lovely pink fluffy clouds behind them. You wait until what's coming next. It's been an interesting day because as a Kill Tony fan and someone who actually talks about Kill Tony quite a lot. So
it's a big part of your identity.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
As someone who talks about Kill Tony a lot.
Someone who.
That's a funny way to introduce yourself.
Well, they all know I like it. That's the point. As someone who talks about Kill Tony quite a lot, I find that issue quite depressing. Well, no, I mean, it's actually the only time that sentence is relevant. Yes. To be honest.
No, it's you on Newsnight in like a debate thing.
Yeah. Kill Tony.
Everyone is like, served as Shadow Chancellor of the
Professor of Economics at Oxford. Kill Tony fan. Somebody who talks about Kill Tony a lot. Actually, somebody talks about Kill. Well, for me, Professor, all I could think of was McGonagall.
She's there.
Could have done Smith. Could have done anything. Pardon me, Professor McGonagall. But
what are you guys talking about?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter
is gay. Oh no, that was bad.
What? Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Well, how does she speak?
Harry Potter.
You can't be doing. No. What is she? Scottish? Oh, Weasley.
Well,
Mr. Weasley.
BB's been watching the Harry Potter films
too early,
and I
she spunked her load too early.
She did.
You've got to wait until it hits December, I argue, or even late Nov.
And so I jumped in for the last 3.
Yeah. You jumped in. You don't even do. You don't. And honestly, I look forward to a full Harry Potter run every year when it gets to December. Do you not have that?
I do, but she'd splurged a load.
Yeah, and then you don't want to do it by yourself.
And there's a pleasure to jumping onto someone else's journey.
But I would be sad I'd miss the...
Yeah.
It's like you're on the Hogwarts Express.
Yeah.
And you can jump off whenever you want.
I like the back end. I like when it gets fucked.
Me too. That's
I like it when it's like, it's like we're not kids anymore.
When they're like,
this is absolutely, this is fucking shit.
When dark magic is showing Ron and Hermione and Harry like having sex, that's where like, we're adults now.
Yeah.
None of this like, look at the candy.
Bloody hell, Harry.
That's a magic
Get away
frog.
from that manky
look
boot.
At those chocolate frogs dancing around. Like,
no, look at my 2 friends.
Many of my friends are dead. That's good. I mean, it's a perfect story. But yeah, so you jumped on.
And you always get more from a rewatch of Harry Potter. One, the accents are all over the place.
The what?
The accents are all over the place.
Who?
I mean, I guess they're wizards. I mean, Dumbledore, where's he from?
Oh no, he was meant to. I've heard who was it? Michael Gambon.
Yeah.
He was going for a mixture between Irish, English, and Welsh, and he succeeded. The question is,
he did. Yeah.
He succeeded. The question is, why are you doing that? I suppose it adds to you're trying to bring everyone together in Dumbledore.
So everyone above the age of 40 in Harry Potter smashes out of the park.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's an incredible cast.
It's all these Shakespearean actors who they must have absolutely loved it, right?
Yeah,
but. I do think it probably was a strange decision to do 3 accents as opposed to 1.
3 accents? What, Michael Gambon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel maybe 1 would have done.
Look, I agree with Gambon.
Because his voice does sound... He sounds like he's an American
Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Well, that's the thing, because that's when he slips into his Irish.
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
I guess they're from like...
They're everywhere. They're from everywhere.
They're from nowhere land.
The mismatch of the accents is absolutely fine. Hogwarts is like there's not.
Yeah, they're half. There's a Cockney wizard.
Yeah.
Only one Cockney wizard. There should be more Cockney wizards.
I'm absolutely fine with that.
I feel they should all be.
Hogwarts is a melting pot. You fucking.
So
swine.
I guess McGonagall also has quite a weird voice. She's Scottish.
She's Scottish.
I bet she's
like,
Scottish.
Harry. Why can't we get that? Well, there's what's her face who's Scottish as well.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter. What is that?
What I got from the rewatch though is Harry Potter is actually a himbo as a character.
What's a himbo?
A himbo is like a male bimbo, or like
isn't that a gigolo? What's a himbo? Why are we adding words? When did you learn himbo? Where was I when you were learning himbo?
I learned himbo 3 months ago.
Yeah, it felt like that. And you used it with the smugness of someone who's just learned new slang.
A himbo's like a dumb hot guy who's like just like a Chad, basically.
Yeah.
So
big balls, even bigger pecs.
Yeah. So I think Harry's sold as this nerd because he's got glasses and he's got no parents and and all that sort of
it's
stuff.
the nerdiest thing possible. What, your mum and dad's dead? Nerd.
But you actually watch the film. Harry's not the smartest. He doesn't come up with one idea.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone does it for him.
Well, that's Hermione. That's Hermione.
Yeah, or one of the teachers or whatever. He hasn't come up with one idea.
No.
He's never comes up with a plan ever.
He's always pushed towards a book in the restricted section.
He's not like actually the best wizard, right?
No.
There's better wizards.
Well,
but what he does have
is
more than
heart.
anyone. What is heart
And
is
courage.
Actually, he just is up for anything.
Courage.
He's never once pussied out of anything.
He's got the heart of a lion. He's Gryffindor reincarnated.
But that's kind of his
thing
quite
is courage.
He's quite
that's kind of Ron's thing. Ron
has no discernible skills.
But he finds courage.
Yeah.
They all find courage at the end, but Hermione's the smart one, Harry's the courageous one, and then Ron.
Well, Harry's just like
Ron's the
fuck
comedic relief.
Harry's like, he's Sucker.
Ron's
he's Sucker
light-hearted.
from Legend of Aang. He's the exact same.
Yeah,
he does the
yeah,
exact
yeah.
same role.
Whereas Aang, I'm rewatching it by the way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
How's it on rewatch?
Just
the
same
Liquid.
masterpiece is what it was.
Liquid football.
Just bish bash bosh.
It's tiki-taka. It's Barcelona 09.
It really is. It's just like whoops, off we
Sucker
go.
to Aang to
Bosh,
Katara.
there it is. And then a bit of Ira at the end to see.
Have you seen that Uncle Iroh's his quotes are getting melded into like motivational TikToks? Have you not seen them?
Not
You'd
really.
love it. It's like people trying to encourage you to like go to the gym and stuff.
Yeah,
and it's like,
thanks for the demonstration.
it is only the whatever he says, like
Yeah,
the darkness we know who we really are, and then it's like got like electronic music.
That quote would have made me want to go to the gym. It is only the darkness we know that we truly are.
But Harry, just
Harry
watching, I guess you forget because of how he looks, but he's so up for it.
Yeah.
He's
got a- look.
He loves it.
He's got a stake in the game.
He fucking loves it.
Well, he's the boy who lived, He was pushed into this. And part of the idea is that he is just a normal boy. He doesn't maybe...
He's not normal. He's an idiot who just, it's like, what are we doing today? And then he just runs straight into,
That's such an unfair characterization.
There's like 15 deathies over there. Fucking come on, you cunt.
Let's get, look. But he's kind of an ordinary fella who gets pushed into this world, If it wasn't for his mother and the whole issue with Voldemort and the cot and all that, he would have just been a normal wizard.
He's a little thick as well.
He would have just been a normal wizard because, you've got the protagonist is something like, look, this normal kid has been pushed into it, and couldn't we all be strong enough to face Voldemort in the end? If we open our hearts and train our wands,
Harry Potter
is gay. No,
it would be awesome if he woke up at the end and he's still under the stairs.
Yeah.
In the first one when it's like, what's the noise being made? Like the banging?
Well, that's a reading of it, I think.
Yeah, it's all...
He's just made it up in order to make it. But then it's not really, is it? Do you know what I mean? Because
Whoa there.
Because that's not really a reading of it. That's just like... What do you want to do with this? Where are we going from whoa? I'm really excited to put it on, and I like going through the whole thing because it is one of the best stories.
You love a franchise. I mean, I do.
It's one of the best stories in the world.
Yeah.
If not the best.
What's the top 3 stories?
Legend of Aang. Avatar: The Legend of Aang.
They're quite similar.
Harry Potter. Then Avatar: The Legend Katara. No, not Katara. Korra, The Legend of Korra. No, I mean Avatar and Harry Potter are basically my two favourite stories.
And then you do Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I've kind of watched the Mission Impossible before Christmas, so it's going to be a weird one.
But you're still going to do it?
Probably.
I like how you're like, you still have to
I don't really want to.
You're done Mission Impossible. I mean, well, that's not the greatest story ever told, Mission Impossible.
No, it's not. Honestly, the story is superfluous to the film.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I actually don't know what's going on. It's for someone who's watched it quite a lot of times, there are bits where I'm like, why are they doing this? Because what's the great thing about Mission Impossible is that they don't get bogged down in narrative. They know what we're there for.
Yeah.
We're there for nice faces and big stunts.
Yeah. So elsewhere in the news,
I guess you'd moved on before I'd finished that conversation.
I was ready
see
to
how
get
that
leave.
was. I could have said anything there.
Yeah. We were talking about Kill Tony.
Yeah.
So why is this such a big deal for you?
As someone who talks about Kill Tony a lot, it's been a big week. It's been a big day.
Yeah.
Trump had a rally in which Tony Hinchcliffe, who is the guy from Kill Tony, opened for him, I suppose, or did some stick.
Yeah.
And said some pretty risque jokes, and now he's like on the front of BBC Home. There's a ticker.
Yeah.
There's a ticker. Tony Hinchcliffe has got a ticker at the moment, which is weird.
There's press outside his house. They're waiting for his next move.
Exactly. What I find disconcerting about it is I have a dark little weird mean hole of the internet that I listen to on a regular basis.
You don't want that to be blown open.
I don't want it to be your BBC front page. I don't like that world is taken into this world.
Well, yeah. Well, you're a woodlouse under a rock, and now someone's lift the rock up, and it's like.
And at the first point of sunlight, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for what we're doing in that corner whatsoever. Like I can't.
You can't defend.
I can't square it. I shouldn't enjoy it, but I do. I do enjoy it, and I'm not proud of it. But my God, it's entertaining as hell. But it's not what Tony's.
It's not ethical.
It's oh God no. It's not ethical. It's not nice. It's horrible. It's a rancid little corner of the world. But it's funny and I enjoy it. They go too far all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And I literally grimace at it. But then, I'm coming back every week.
It's like an abusive relationship.
It is. So I don't want that on the BBC homepage. So basically he went and did a thing, a Trump thing and said, he did a joke about Puerto Rico. I don't like saying Puerto Rico as an English person.
Puerto Rico.
Because you can't say Puerto Rico.
It's Puerto Rico.
Yeah, but, in an English accent, it's Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
It takes a lot of the kind of gloss off that
Puerto
place.
Rico.
Puerto Rico. Have you been to Puerto Rico recently? They have lovely bananas.
Can you say Puerto?
Puerto Rico.
Can you go Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico. That was Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico.
Where is Harry Potter?
He's in Puerto Rico. He's in Puerto Rico.
Ooh.
Oh, Harry's in Puerto Rico.
So the joke was... There's something about a big garbage...
He did a couple.
Yeah.
He did
but
one about...
there's the one that's getting all the...
It's the Puerto Rico one because of the importance of Latino voters in this. Yeah. But he's also said something like... He made a joke about black people carving watermelons at Halloween.
So I've seen people reacting where there's just this one guy... who's just watching it and is like this the whole time.
Yeah, can't believe it.
And I guess it's like, you're not shocked, are you?
Me?
I mean, he's just doing his set.
Yeah, he's just doing his shtick.
He's just doing his gear.
The issue is, look, so he said, it's clearly a fucking joke, the Puerto Rico thing.
I mean, I think there's a lot of fucked up things about Tony. He's clearly not a nice man.
Yeah.
But the joke aspect, I don't think that's bad.
Well,
they're racist jokes, but his whole shtick is that, and it does. I don't think it necessarily. I guess he is.
The issue is that it's hard to do the kind of joke defense when it's at a rally for a politician who might be the next president of the US. It's not a comedy club. The whole thing that every
it's the
aggressive comedian who does a lot of harsh stuff will say, you're in a comedy club. Yeah, this guy over here. Yeah. I've got dyspraxia. Please don't cry. That's his ad.
Once you enter the comedy club, you enter my space.
Yeah, please laugh. Horatio's on tour soon. You can get your tickets there. But I've just done his whole shtick.
I'm on tour, actually.
Yeah.
Get tickets, please.
There you go.
Brilliant.
Free ad. So then, usually they'll be like, oh, that was taken out of context. It's in a comedy club. You're here to laugh, blah, blah, blah. It was like, you don't really have a defense when you're at the Trump's rally.
We're at a political rally. We're here to laugh.
We're here to laugh. What do you mean? I didn't mean what I said. It was like, you can't do that. Even if it's a comedian opening for it, it's far too, that is not the space to make jokes about a place in America being a pile of garbage. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's an awful joke. I think it's in the wrong place.
Yeah. I just don't know what's meant to happen from here. What do they want?
Who's they?
I don't know, people who are upset about it.
Well, obviously the people who are upset about it are going to be mostly Harris supporters, so it's a good thing for them to pounce on.
Yeah. I guess so.
But what's funny is
but you can't take anything away from it anymore. Because he's completely built his own audience.
No, but I don't think this is going to be a cancel culture issue. Did I say cancel or did I say council?
Both have prescient points to make.
Yeah.
This is one for the council?
No, this is a cancel culture issue. It's not. This isn't really about
like a Tower
Tony.
Hamlets council issue.
No,
this shouldn't be.
This isn't about potholes or cladding.
Our council tax shouldn't go towards.
What is cladding?
Cladding is when you no.
Oh, yeah.
Cladding is, I imagine.
Right.
I guess if the house is the body, cladding is the fat. It's the yellow floofy stuff in between the walls.
Floofy. I think that's probably bullshit. Yeah, that's not cladding, you big
That
fat
is cladding.
moron. That's not cladding. That's like fucking...
Shut up, you worm.
Shut up, you worm. That ain't cladding.
This does feel like everyone's left us.
Yeah, I think it's Charlie isn't here.
It really feels like we've burnt every bridge in this town.
We're just in this weird shed. The darkness. Now it's getting dark outside quicker. That's pouring in. Yeah. Cladding. What is cladding? What will cladding be? Cladding.
We've got 8 patrons left.
Yeah, everyone's already turned off.
It feels like we were on a big ship and we're now surviving on like a raft made out of the decking.
That's I completely agree. I think it's the absence of Charlie and the new darkness that we're here. It's all a bit weird. Cladding, what is it? What is cladding?
Cladding.
A covering or coating.
What is it actually?
A covering or coating. Right, so what you're talking about is insulation, which is in between the concrete and the cladding. So
okay.
The cladding is the bread in the insulation sandwich. Oh, that was nice.
No, it wasn't nice. I was just trying to work that out. I don't know if it's nice yet. What do you mean? The bread in the insulation sandwich. Explain thine.
So there's cladding.
Yeah.
There's concrete.
Yeah.
There's insulation.
So it's one slice of the bread.
Yeah.
So there's two different.
It's a slice of bread in the insulation sandwich. Is that really what you're pulling me up on right now?
Well, it's not sandwiched between
insulation, because people say a sandwich incorrectly.
They do.
It's a great.
They do it all the fucking time. You having a bread sandwich? Didn't fucking think so.
Thick cunt.
Well, you getting what? How do you make your sandwiches? Ham bread.
Shut up. Yeah, what is it? People say if there's like, oh, there's twins, and then I'm in between two twins, I'll be like, oh, I'm in a twin sandwich. No, you're not. You're the sandwich. You're the sandwich. They're the fucking bread.
But then I guess,
just
how would it be a twin sandwich then? Actually, there'd have to be two people either side of the twins. Then you'll be like, it's a twin sandwich. Yeah.
Or people, when you like people come and like hug you and like, oh, it's that sandwich. No, it's not. I'm the sandwich.
Yeah.
You're the fucking bread.
Another one.
A bread sandwich.
This one's I guess we're doing things that pisses off of people getting things wrong. I don't know why this one annoys me, but when people say like, it's like Inception or like
go on
Photoception or like whatever.
What?
You know, whenever they go somethingception.
Yeah.
It's like,
can you give me a bit more?
It means like something within something, right?
Yeah.
You know? That's,
yeah.
But that's not what Inception is.
That's not what Inception is.
Inception
right.
is planting an original thought in someone's mind.
So it's pretty much exactly what the film was, yeah.
Yeah. That's what Inception is.
So people have mistook the world creation for the word.
I mean, it's arguably not much you should be bringing people up on, but
no,
to be honest,
I'd let it go. The people calling somethingception doesn't happen that often.
It's Andrewception, you might say, if you see like five Andrews.
Five Andrews.
When actually Andrewception would be, would probably be
planting an idea,
a thought in your mind,
in my mind, or yeah, it probably.
But then
would.
if you'd said
planting me in someone's mind,
but if you felt like someone had planted a thought in your mind without knowing, and you went like, "That's like Inception," people would be like, "What?" But there's not like 15 of you. It's like you fucking.
You tithead.
Cut that out, Charlie.
Keep it in.
Cut that out.
Keep everything.
I cannot use that word for that.
Bleep it, and put something over his mouth. I think that's fine. You'll never know. I agree. I think it's less of a power. I think we started on the more powerful point and then kind of ebbed out towards the end, because I think many people here will agree with sandwich. This isn't an original.
No, I do as well.
This is an original take, but a lot of you thickos are still fucking using it. So zip yourself up, put yourself back together. Go out on the street and be a useful member of society.
I thought zip yourself into a body bag and throw yourself into the ocean and be buried like a song.
We're giving them one more chance. But if they don't zip themselves up in that manner, then they should zip themselves up into a body bag.
It's the most dignified way to go is to commit suicide by having a military burial out at sea that you've done yourself.
That you've what?
You've done yourself.
Yes.
So you Osama bin Laden yourself.
So am I alive when I throw myself out of the helicopter?
Yeah. Where does he get out of a helicopter?
Yeah, he was out of a helicopter, a chopper or a plane.
And then, did they? Okay.
They threw him off.
Is yours on airplane mode?
Yeah. They'd already splonked him, and then they shipped him out of that plane into the ocean. You've got a problem.
Yeah, because didn't they give him some rights, right?
Riots?
Rights.
Right.
Some like holy rights.
They didn't. How do you think they killed him?
No, they killed him, but then they had his body. It's about how they dealt with his body.
Yeah, they chucked him out of a plane, didn't they?
Yeah, but they didn't.
They didn't give him anything. That's what was controversial.
I think they did. They gave him a couple of rights, which is an interesting one because he's such a naughty boy.
I don't think they did.
But I don't think they went. I don't think they went, which I guess, reflects well on them. I don't think they went, get out of the fucking plane.
I think they did.
Did they?
I don't think...
Did they give it one of these?
No, because I think one of the... Look, and I...
Oh, you fucking...
But I think even the act of putting him in the ocean is a very deeply religiously offensive thing to do to him. I think.
Now you're sleeping with the fishes.
Now you're sleeping with the punk. Hey, punk.
Is it offensive for us to be thrown in the ocean when we're...
Yep.
I guess no, because if we're ashes, then you can chuck us wherever.
Chuck us wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not offensive for atheists to be thrown anywhere, really. Put us in the toilet.
And as per Andrew's final wishes.
Put me in the toilet. Just whack me in the bog. No, so Kill Tony is big. It's huge. But no, what's also funny about it is that all of those, so that kind of spear of comedians, the Austin, Texas kind of podcast,
Cowboys,
everyone who's adjacent to Joe Rogan, they're all kind of slowly getting more and more,
Yeah, they say the unsayable.
Yeah, they're all getting more and more right wing.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of it's because they've moved to Texas and Joe Rogan theories and everything. But he's been almost more impartial than anyone in some.
He seems like he's like a woke cuck now compared to the Texas.
Compared to he's unleashed some sort of kind of hell out of there. But so what's funny is that because like Trump would have known Tony and stuff and like all of that because Trump would have done Joe Rogan, would have met him there, would have known about Kill Tony, and then he would have invited him up, and Tony has just absolutely fucked him, which is not necessarily fucked him completely, but like the Latino.
If this gets a big,
the Latino vote is really important. So that joke is really loads of Latinos are fucking pissed off. I think baby, what's it?
I would be pissed off actually
if you
called
Latino.
my island a garbage island.
Okay, really?
Probably. If I was Puerto Rican, I think that worked pretty well. How I said it then.
Roll it again.
If I was Puerto Rican,
that's pretty. No, I'm all right with that.
Puerto Rico.
If I
was Puerto Rican, I'd be pissed off if an American comedian called my island a pile of garbage.
Yeah, I think I would. I don't think I would.
Do you not think?
I don't think I would. I don't have much. I don't have
They've
too much.
They've been through a lot. They're getting loads of storms and
it's
stuff.
True.
They get
it's
like
true.
the
And
worst
I think
deal from the government.
I'm not putting myself in their position, but then again,
what would Puerto Rican Andrew be like? You'd be quite different. What's this? This is even more offensive than Tony. What the fuck's that supposed to mean? No. Well, actually, for audio,
that's not.
Sorry.
I'm not doing anything offensive at all.
It wasn't offensive at all.
Yeah. For the majority of people listening, imagining what I was doing. I can't even imagine how to be offensive to the Puerto Ricans via mine.
You don't even know enough.
I don't. I'm a fool. But yeah, no, I guess I would be if you've gone through a lot. They're a marginalised community anyway, so you don't want fucking the guy who's opening for Trump calling it a pile of garbage. But then I wouldn't if it was if they're talking about Haywood Seath, I'd be like, all right, that's fair game, bosh bosh bish bash. But the problem is that he's fucked it a bit for Trump. Like it's not like the issue isn't his cancellation. He'll be fine. The issue is
that's kind of key demo, right?
Yeah, which is hilarious because they've come up and been like, free speech is dead, and they said what they want, and Trump's like, not that,
fucking
not that.
But is he like that?
Trump
has he come out and said
the senior advisors have distanced themselves from what Tony said, which is basically as far as it's going to go. But it's funny just to have a little ticker of Kill Tony back.
Well, we have a £10 bet on who's going to win the US election.
We do have a £10 bet.
Do you want to say what our views are?
Well, it'd be pretty boring if we didn't. If that was the end of that fucking podcast segment.
That's all we've got time for.
Great. I guess you'll find out never.
I think Trump's going to win.
I've betted Harris. There's always a swing towards the incumbent. It's close enough. And I don't know.
But Trump's the incumbent.
No, the Democrats are the incumbent.
Yeah, but she's not. But that's normally when it's the president who's already in there, right?
There's still a swing.
Right. Maybe there is.
Right.
But then
I think there's the risk versus when people actually get there. Yeah. I know it happened with Trump last time, but I don't know. It's going to be. I'm sure it's going to be hella close.
Well, my TikTok's all Trump stuff.
Yeah.
I'm getting very little pro Harris, and then Beebe's is all Harris. So Beebe's convinced that Kamala's going to win. She's like, yeah, she's definitely going to win. And then I just realised it's the echo chambers we're in.
Oh, bold.
So I don't know.
No, but Trump is slightly ahead in the polls, and he is the bookies' favourites, which is the only way to really look at it. Because I don't know what's happening in Pennsylvania. I'm not going to pretend to be out here understanding.
I'd like to be in I'd like to be in Pennsylvania because you get like if they're they're like flyover state, but for they become the fucking. The belle of the ball. Yeah. They're being wined and dined by Trump. Kamala's giving them foot rubs.
Yeah, Trump's going to various of their McDonald's and working in them.
Well, I imagine if you're a voter in Iowa, you're constantly having the most powerful people in the country like serving you
me
fine
roasts,
hog roast,
green beans.
And you're like trying different things so Trump's cooking up
broth.
I'd
slop.
No.
Gumbo.
No, he's giving you like he's doing like Salt Bay's gold leaf steaks with that performance thing, He's Salt Baying it for you.
Yeah.
And he's doing that, he's like, ooh, and then Harris comes over and she's got like one of those.
Oh, but look at this,
But look at this, a big bowl of salad.
Cake.
I'd vote for Trump in that scenario. if Kamala came over with a bowl of cake and salad.
No, look, they're not in the same bowl.
What is it?
They're not in the same bowl.
Yeah, but I wouldn't like to be given them at the same time.
Why? I'd actually quite like that. I'd be
like, cake and salad?
Yeah.
Cake
separate
and
bowls.
Yeah. A bowl of cake.
I can have a light lunch and feel good about my health, and then I'll have a bit of a bit.
Yeah, but then,
that.
And then Trump's like, this lib pussy is giving you salad and cake. What about some real beef? And then he's flicking the bones out.
You know what I'd say to that?
What? So you're an Iowa voter.
You know what I say to that? If you put all of those bowls together, you've got yourself a healthy, nutritious meal.
Yeah.
And I think that says a lot about the politics of division that this world has been dominated
Protein,
with.
vitamins.
Start a salad, beef, dinner. And then a cake.
And if we could all come across,
and if we could all come across from the separate sides of the aisle,
then we've got ourselves a lovely.
We've got ourselves
3-course meal.
3-course meal.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Is that what you're saying?
That's
is
all
Iowa?
we've got time for.
Yeah. Thanks. That is all we've got time for. Thanks very much for listening, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.